Hi, welcome back to the channel. In honor of it being almost concert season, with bands coming out with going on tour, announcements, bands already having their tour lineup already coming out, and all the like, I thought it'd be fun to go through some of my favorite albums and tell you my favorite song off them, stories off of why they're my favorite album, and stuff like that. So yeah. So my very first album I've had since I was 15 or 16. I'm fuzzy on the years that I had it, but it's been over 10 years that I've owned this album. And that would be Fall Out Boy Under the Cork Tree. This album is so great if you're really trying to get into Fall Out Boy, in my opinion. I love every single song off of it. My favorite probably has to be either Get Busy Living or Get Busy Dying, or Sophomore Slump, Comeback of the Year. Those are my two all-time favorite songs off this album, but you can't go wrong with any of the songs off of it. My second album, that is my favorite album, is really funny actually, because I didn't realize something until today when I started filming this video. Well, my favorite album is Blink-182, California. It is a great album, loved it since it came out when I was in high school, so again, over 10 years. I have a lot of CDs in my collection, and a lot of them are from over a decade ago, and then some. My favorite song has to be She's Out of Her Mind. That is a classic. Some people may say it's basic, but, you know, that's fun. But I also really like the song Teenage Satellites. That was also a really good song off this album. But what's really funny is to prove how much I love this album, I didn't realize until today that I own it on physical media that I bought when this album came out, when I was in high school. But I also, at some varying point in my life, got it on vinyl. I didn't realize that until today, that I had both it on CD and vinyl. But I think that proves my point a little. On to the next album. The next album has a funny little story too. It's Pierce the Veil Misadventures. Came out when I was in high school. I love every single song off this playlist. But my all-time favorite has to be Floral and Fading or Song for Isabel. Those two songs are so good. But what's really funny is when this album dropped when I was in high school, I remember listening to BBC Radio 1 on the computers at school because we were, I think, doing classwork or something where you could it was independent work, and we were in the computer lab, so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna listen to it, whatever. And they were doing a countdown for the song Circles, and I remember thinking, that is so cool that Pierce the Veil is being played on mainstream radio, because they're a heavier band, you know, they have heavier songs. So I thought it was so cool, and I remember class and school both got out 2 songs before they dropped the Circles song. And I had to wait till I got home to listen to it, and that song solidified that I was a Pierce the Veil fan. And as much as I like Circles, I really do like that song, my favorites have to be Floral and Fading and Song for Isabel, the best off this album. But you can't go wrong with any of the songs off this album. The next one, now these next two, I should say, are from the same band, and it kind of shows that I am a big fan of them. I have a lot of physical CDs from them, and I also was painted something from one of their songs by a friend. Don't Lose Your... One of my friends, and it's something I treasure a lot, because, yeah. But anyways, so, first one, All Time Low, Don't Panic. This is such a good album. It came out before I was in high school, but I bought this album when I was in high school, and yeah, it's such a good album. I really, 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 really like the songs. Um, for Baltimore and the song Belong Soldier. Those two songs are really good, but you can't go wrong with any of the songs. I also miss when bands did cool stuff like this, where it's like, oh, look at that. Ooh. I just like the design of this. So I like when bands do that. Make it more fun these days, you know? And then, like I said, we have another all-time low contender. Wake Up Sunshine. Such a good album. I got it in vinyl. It was given to me by a friend, and I love every single song off of it. Some Kind of Disaster and Glitter and Crimson are my two favorite songs off this album, but I love every single song off of it. And again, they do the fun stuff, where it's like fun little artwork and whatever. And then I also really liked their sheet that they did for the lyrics. Can't go wrong with this one. All Time Low has been in my wheelhouse of songs since I was 14. So, a very long time. And if I ever saw them live, I would cry. And then my last album, that is my absolute favorite. And so when I was working at the coffee shop, I had many a days where I was not fighting, not arguing, but like play arguing with a coworker about this album because they think it's basic. But it holds sentimental value to me. And that would be My Chemical Romance's Danger Days. This album has a lot of memories for me from when I was in high school. Again, another album that came out when I was not in high school. They weren't even a band when I was in high school. But, it's a good album. It's my favorite album. I like all their albums, you know, like, all of them are great. But I don't care if this makes me basic. I really, 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 really like Danger Days. My favorite song has to be Scarecrow, I think it's From Yesterday, or Summertime. And yes, I gave you 3 instead of 2. Judge me all you want. It's my video. But yeah, it's a great album. And again, I like that they did the cool design. Those were some of my favorite albums. I am somebody who really, really likes pop punk, really likes the stereotypical emo music. I like other music too. I like Bryan Adams. I like Boston. I like John Cougar Mellencamp. I like Bob Dylan, the Beatles. I have a wide variety of bands and songs and everything that I like, but I definitely enjoy these ones a little bit too much for them to like make it up into that top 5 favorite albums, favorite bands, you know, whatever. But yeah, feel free to drop your favorite songs, your favorite albums in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.